Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot Weekly Pick Your Crystal reading. Thank you very, very much for being here. So this covers the week from February 18th through the 24th. Let's get started. We're starting with this green, simple green. We're going to call this one Crystal Point, okay? And we're calling this one blue. So take a moment and see which one, two, or even perhaps all three crystals are calling out to you, resonate with you. I know a lot of you use your pendulum to pick. Whatever works for you, just take a moment and let's do that. And let's get started. Okay, so we're starting with this green. Here we go. The Nine of Pentacles. The Hermit. Queen of Swords. And Temperance. All right. So, typically the Nine of Pentacles talks about, financial success, luxury and understand luxury and abundance really boil down to your own interpretations of what luxury means for you, as opposed to the world standard, whatever the heck that is. So this talks about somebody who is independent, is making their own choices, is going forward, etc. The Hermit. This is about being sort of withdrawn, quiet, needing time for reflection. The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is, perceptive, efficient, no nonsense, let's get it done. And Temperance is about finding balance. So this grouping of cards is actually really, really interesting because it's starting from a place of success or accomplishment. Perhaps you have launched a new business or, some sort of a new endeavor. And not only is it going to bring you some financial security and safety, but it is something that you are able to do sort of independently, or you are in charge of. Even if there's other people, you would be sort of in charge of. The rest of the cards tell an interesting story. They talk about making sure that you take the time to be reflective, careful, think things through. Know that your inner light, that intuition, that voice in your head, whatever you want to call it, will help guide you. It will light your way and light your path as you move forward. You have, with the Queen of Swords, the ability to move forward, get this done, put the pieces into place. And as you're doing so and as you go forward, remember to keep things balanced, fair, and so that energetically, one thing flows to the next, which flows to the next. So there's a really nice synergy of the energy or the components that you're working with. So, it's always important to remember that we tend to sometimes fall into the habit of thinking that the world's ideals should be ours. And that's just not true. Our ideals of what creates success or luxury or even happiness are really our own. They're a reflection of our own minds, our own thoughts, our own energy, and frankly, our own soul path. So If you're not aware that you have this luxury or this independence, or perhaps you're just toying with an idea and you haven't really given it some serious thought, this would be a great time to go quiet and actually think, contemplate, a, the path that you're wanting to look at in order to achieve that kind of financial security or success. Recognize, listen, you got this. You can do it. Just keep things balanced and keep things in harmony. And from there, all things flow. All right. Crystal point. Five of Swords. Page of Cups. Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. Okay, so you got a lot of cups going on here. So this is talking, about your emotions. All the things that go sort of into our emotional lives. Now, you're starting with the Five of Swords here. Five of Swords, it's kind of that energy of feeling as if somehow you were deceived, somehow somebody else had a hidden agenda that you were not aware of. Sometimes it is about kind of sneaky or underhanded dealings. So, particularly because this is about cups, it feels to me like somewhere along the way, there's like a feeling of discord. So whether that is in a relationship between, two bonded pairs, two spouses, or a couple in a relationship, and something has gone on, it feels like there was something going on that you wouldn't have liked or appreciated. But it can also be about, your employment. It can be about friendships. It can be, all different areas. The Page of Cups is like, it's okay. It really is okay. There's going to be good news coming along. There's going to be happy times ahead. Just recognize the sadness and the disappointment. Always remember, when somebody shows you who they are, believe it the first time. Let that happiness move forward. The Ten of Cups is saying, listen, you can have it all. Whatever your perception of all is, you can have it. You can create it. You can manifest it. You can bring it forward. But the Seven of Cups is warning that you be clear, because you may very well end up with multiple choices. And then you're going to have to figure out what it is you truly want. This is about confusion, that kind of energy, but very often it can literally represent an abundance of opportunities or options, and that can sometimes make it really, really hard to pick and choose. Don't allow a bunch of different options to overwhelm you. Stay focused on what it is you are trying to create, what it is that you want going forward. So this is, it's interesting because this is about literally sort of recognizing that there was a disappointment and recovering from it. Putting yourself into a headspace where you are ready and willing to receive good news. Know that you have the power to bring that sort of happiness, whether it is within love, the family, within, if it's in your financial, financial abundance, so that emotionally you feel safe and comfortable, whatever it is. You have the ability to bring that forward. Perhaps you even have it right now and you're not seeing it because you're being preoccupied with other things that you're looking at and you're failing to look at what is actually already in your life or what you can see moving towards you. So you're wanting to, just take the time and make sure that on an emotional level, you are not still in this place where your primary thoughts are about being deceived. You want to make sure that you're in a place where your primary thoughts are, there is good news coming around the corner and I'm waiting on it. Because I want to be happy. I want to be content. I want my family to be happy and content. I want everything the Ten of Cups represents. And there may be many ways to do it. There may be options. Or you, in fact, may be confused right now. You may just be shaking your head and going, that's nice. That's nice, Cyndy, but I don't have a clue how to move past the situation and move beyond it. In that case, for right now, the best sort of suggestion is to go still, not run around in a flurry trying to figure out how to fix it, but just go still and allow kind of the smoke to clear so you can gain some clarity and some perspective. And the blue one, the Sun, the Empress, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. Very interesting. So let's always remember that when the Sun shows up in a reading, even if there are concerning cards like this Nine of Swords, it tends to mitigate it or soften it. So the Sun, as we know, is that ultimate card, right? It is the card of happiness and abundance and love and joy. It is a sort of success in all areas. The Empress, this is about new beginnings. This is about growth. This is about expansion. Nine of Swords very often is about anxiety, worry, not sleeping well. Your mind moving so fast that you can't kind of slow it down so that you can rest, so that you can gain some perspective. Two of Pentacles is talking about juggling the resources you have and finding the balance for those resources or with the resources you have to work with. So it's very possible with these two cards, with the Sun and the Empress, that there is some sort of expansion going on, some sort of abundance, some kind of blessings, but something about that is causing, worry or anxiety. This is an example, okay? It's the one that's just coming to mind. Perhaps there is a pregnancy in your family. And for some reason, you are particularly concerned about that pregnancy. Whether you're concerned for the baby or you're concerned for the mom or just the family unit as a whole. Or maybe you're just one of those people who likes to worry and gets anxious about everything. Sorry about the barking dog. He obviously has an opinion about this. You're being asked to work with what you have, okay? Find the resources that will allow you to find the balance. Work with what you have now as you go forward. So whatever the Empress and the Sun are referencing, getting worried and anxious and fearful is not going to take you any place, frankly, that you want to go or be. Manage what you have and know that with the sun, at the very beginning of this reading, these two sort of more troublesome cards are not going to have huge impact. They're softened by the sun, and they're softened by the Empress. And that's what I know. I'm going to go find out why that dog has an opinion about stuff all of a sudden. Thank you very, very much for being here. Have a wonderful and pleasant week. And until next week, enjoy the sun.